welcome back. It's Gino Amanda with a new educational podcast, as we like to call them, in the studio.
Yes.
That's a pretty good name.
SBG Studios.
Keep that name, educational podcast.
Yeah.
So today we have a very special topic, which is...
how to use your VA loan to its full advantage.
Okay, full advantage, meaning what a VA loan is, where you can use it, what you can use it for, and what are the benefits.
Yeah.
Right? So what does VA stand for? Let's start.
So VA stands for Veterans Affairs Loan. So unless you're military personnel or a veteran, which thank you for, your service, these are the only people that would apply for this type of loan.
So some of the pros for having a VA loan is, number one, you're going to get 100% financing, which means no down payment. So that is amazing. It's a bonus. That means you only have to bring money for closing costs to the table. And that means you're pretty much getting a house handed to you for free, kind of.
Yes.
Kind of, because closing costs is something, but when you have to put the down payment to get the house, that's when you really got to dig into the pocket to put that in. So that's one of the great bonuses. And the next benefit is it's no PMI. So it's an insured loan, so you don't have to make that extra payment on your monthly mortgage payment.
Once you're estimating payments for, let's say an FHA loan to a VA loan, PMI, depending on the purchase price, can be several $100s. So that's a huge, savings.
Now let's talk about some of the little complications you could run into when it comes to a VA loan that I personally had to run into. Number one, make sure you get a termite inspection. You need it. It's mandatory.
Yeah.
I didn't know that when my first deal. Amanda knew that, but I was out on the field alone. She was working as a travel nurse. Listen, I'm proud of myself because I outsourced and I networked.
Yes.
So I found a termite person to go the same day to get me the termite inspection, so everything was safe. The next thing is the appraiser for the VA. The person that goes out there to appraise the home, they're very picky. We're talking about even wall plates, like the switch wall plates. I had to paint a house one day, 2 days before closing. I had to paint the outside of the house in order to get approved. The wall plates have to be switched. Those cannot have the slightest crack. Once the appraiser goes out there, he's going to note that. And those things have to get corrected before closing day.
Yeah, and it's an insured loan. That's why they're probably so nitpicky about it. So that's why even the slightest thing, if you get that appraisal report, make sure to look it over, because maybe the lender could possibly miss all the things you need to fix before closing. So you're not scrambling how Gino was on day before of closing.
Yeah. But I do what it has to be done.
Yeah.
It's just, I wish it was avoidable. I wish I knew these things before so I didn't have to sweat. But it is what it is, right? So we move on, we learn from it, and this is why we have a video to make for you guys today of experiences that we've learned.
So something we did notice with our VA clients, they did ask us questions because they are looking into that whole real estate investing. Of course, you can always just sell the primary investment that you bought and get that equity and use it towards other things. But let's take that VA loan to its advantage. And if your current home that you're planning to move out of is rentable, rent out that property by refinancing it to a conventional loan so that your VA loan is free. And then buy your next primary investment doing that VA loan. And if you continue to repeat that process, you can eventually become an investor with multiple properties under your belt by repeating that process as the years go on. That's how people build their portfolio. They take years in doing it, but they just keep switching it. They live in one house for maybe 2 or 3 years, refinance it, rent it out, and then you get that rental income with time. So it's also very, very cool. And I think that's what veterans should take advantage of. And it's not always taught to you by either your realtors or, the small loopholes that are legal. In conclusion, we've kept it short. We just wanted to share this super cool idea with all of our veterans and military personnel. And
me personally, I just wanted to use all my equipment again. I want Amanda back in here, so we got her back in here. I'm going to record as many videos as I can while I got her ready, because she's a very busy lady.
Thanks.
Alrighty, so thank you guys for tuning in. I hope this video helped you guys out. If you did like the video, like the video on YouTube and subscribe. And thanks for tuning in, guys. Bye.